There's a way of unlocking your superpowers, and that's what we're out here to discuss today. Everything that you need is actually given to us by God. It's within our DNA, it's within our innate, and all the resources that we need, it's right around us, light warriors. And in today's lesson, we're going to understand and overstand how we can actually activate our superpowers with nature, with the light of Christ, the solar energy, and water, the most energy conductive of the materials. Hello everyone, I am Michael and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. Do you want to activate your superpowers, light warriors? I know many of you might want to activate your superpowers. Well, you came to the right spot, and that's why we came here today. We're at this very powerful location, hovering above the water. And it's very nice, very quiet and free of dissonant frequencies. You got to get out in nature. And when there's so much dissonance, when you're tuned into the television all day long, you kind of lose yourself, and you're getting these subconscious programs, and you disconnect yourself from your true powers. We're witnessing the rapture right now, and there are two societies running side by side. And there are those that are tuned into a frequency where you have to give away your God-given gifts, and you're actually giving away your power to Satan and a satanic cabal. And then there are others that are embracing the light of Christ, that are actually understanding and overstanding that they themselves have everything that they need inside of them, and that God gives us everything that we need in nature. Oh yeah. You can't heal yourself with a pill. Oh, you can't even heal yourself with, a special serum that you might think you need to inject inside of you. But actually, these things take away your God-given gifts. And the water is the most energy conductive of the materials. Oh yeah, these are the materials that we actually need. And the water that's inside of you gets your DNA receptors charged up and working the way that they need to. Did you know that you're a beautiful human power plant, light warriors? You're a power plant, yeah. And your DNA needs to be submerged in the clean, pure water so that it can work the way it's supposed to work. Your DNA is an energy amplifier. It's coiled like the Tesla coil. So the water, whether it's within the body or in your surroundings, you will utilize this water to charge up, and you could amplify your powers with the water. That's why we're hovering above the water, amplifying our powers. And some of you might have seen a lot of things out there. And listen, I watch these shows as well. And some of you might watch these shows. They show you about ghosts and supernatural activity, and it's always around water. It's very interesting. Water is highly conductive, and it's all about energy and running this electrical current. We're above the water, and we're taking in the light. God gives us the light. And many people are disconnected from the light. They hide in the basement. They slap on some filth called sunblock, and they're actually blocking their DNA receptors from what they actually need. You could take the negative ions of the planet, and that's why we go on a hike today. And we find this very special location to ground ourselves and allow the negative ions of the planet to course through us to eliminate positive ions. And when positive ions build up in the body, dis-ease forms in the body. People suffer from nature's deficit disorder. Take off the shoes, get out of the cubicle, turn off the TV, and come back to nature. The light, the water, nature's energy. That's what you actually need to activate your superpowers. It's a good time to be focused on how you could activate your superpowers. You're going to have to do it yourself. No one's going to do it for you. But consciousness being aware of this information, that's what you need. Knowledge is power, and therefore the lack of knowledge is the lack of power. That's why we need science teachers right now to lead us through World War III, a spiritual war. And when you realize all of these energies and how you could actually improve your everyday life experience, how you could actually improve the powers that you have within you, this is what we need. This is what we need to do. We need to come out in the light with the water, with the energy of nature, and you'll be able to activate yourself. Your hair. You like this hair, light warriors? Your hair is an antenna, and that's how they created mind control, how to make people obedient, especially the males. It was part of the culture for the males to shave their head and cut off their hair so that they would be disconnected. You actually need the hair to navigate your surroundings. They even did this in the army. They do this with the police department to mind control these people to become obedient. They shave the hair off so they don't think for themselves. They program the people as they have their hair shaved so that they will become obedient. The answers are right before us. Do you know these concepts? Do you know these people that are part of these cults where they shave the head and they listen to orders? We're not here to listen to orders. We're actually here to deliver us from evil. All wars have been fake, and we're only in the real war now. It's actually called a spiritual war. You're actually going to need your hair to navigate this time period right now. And I know many people that have awakened from this concept, and you see how the programming has taken place. You're going to have to take all of your power back, activate your authentic superpowers by utilizing the ancient code. That's why we come out. This is where you're going to find yourself. The light codes give us the energy and the information that we need. Light codes, light codes, light codes. Oh, have you heard this? Light codes, yeah. And some people say, oh, that's spiritual wackadoo stuff. Oh, the light codes. Actually, the light is giving us information, just like all of nature. All of nature responds to that, dear ones. And your cells are activating right now, and your cells are becoming prepared. You're getting the preparation to accept. Your cells are reading the information from the light codes, and your body is changing right before you right now. Is your body changing right now? Are you activating all of your dormant gifts right now? We activate ourselves with the light codes. And they knew this, and that's why they wanted to disconnect people. They wanted to disconnect the DNA from the light source. Think about your laptop. You got to plug into the source. And that battery, eventually, it will run out. You need to be connected to the source, and the more power that you could take from the source frequency, the more power that lies within all of you. Utilize all of your gifts from God. Utilize the power of the sun. Utilize the power of the water, the most energy conductive of all of the materials in the universe. It's actually one of the most abundant materials in this realm, this world, wherever we are. Who knows? Do you know where we are? You let me know. But we came down here to bust our brothers and sisters out of prison. And in order to do that, you're going to have to activate all of your superpowers. If you're ready to activate your superpower, why don't you leave a comment? Have you activated your superpowers? Let us know. Over the course of time, I've activated my superpowers, dear ones. And the number one superpower that you can activate is the inexhaustible belief in yourself. You see that sun is an inexhaustible source, because if that sun runs out, everything goes away. All of this will go away without the sun. The sun is more important than you were led to believe, as it reflects off the water. They made you fearful of the sun. They actually made you hate the sun through the nocebo effect. And if you believe something will hurt you, it's called the nocebo effect. it does the opposite. What is the opposite? It's called Luciferian. What are we in right now? A spiritual war with no division between civilian and military participation. Our military doesn't shave their head. We actually embrace the light. We actually embrace all of the light codes. You have to rip apart the subconscious programming that you were given. You were given this since you were a child, and it's a very difficult way, this path, to remove all of the subconscious programs that you've had since birth. It's very taxing on the body. Dolores Cannon spoke about this time period. The Bible spoke about this time period. We are in the end days. We are in the apocalypse. Ooh, the apocalypse. But what apocalypse means is a great revealing, and all of this information is being revealed to all of us. And that's why what you're doing, the work that you're doing, you're expanding human consciousness. And that's what I'm doing as I hover above this beautiful lake. Do you like this area, Light Warriors? You love this location, Light Warriors? I feel the energy here. As I stand here in the light of Christ, everything is revealed in the light. As I'm above the water, the most energy conductive of all of the materials, we have the light of Christ. We have it amplified, and it courses through the DNA. 93% of the function of DNA is light and sound reception and transmission. You never had junk DNA, child. You were lied to your entire life. And that's why we're here. When you have no fear, when you have everything that you need, and everything that you need is given to us by God. It's right here before you. You don't need false idols. You don't need any of the things that they have to offer. You will lose yourself. You have to find yourself right now, and you will be able to activate your power. Stop bowing down to false idols. Stop waiting for someone to save you while you could activate your DNA by utilizing what God has for us. We have the light. We have the negative ions. We have the water. And now you have the inexhaustible belief in yourself. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. And we're a community. This is the authentic way. Do you see the superpowers being activated here, Light Warriors? Many of you have been on the journey for quite some time. Why don't you share your comments? Do you see the powers activated here? Do you see the powers activated over the course of your everyday life? The great solar flash cannot be stopped. The rapture cannot be stopped. Why is that, Michael? Because free will is the law of the universe, and some people will go to Satan, and some people will go to God. This is the return of the light of Christ, and you have to embrace who you truthfully are and utilize what God has given us. God has given us everything that we could possibly need, and it was only subconscious programs that disconnected you. They knew this time period was coming. They did what they could do to disconnect you. It's free will. The rapture is happening now. And that's why, as part of the world collapses, the other part rises. And you're seeing such a dissonance in frequencies. The divide is getting wider and wider. And some of our brothers don't understand or overstand. But all you could do is be the lighthouse. All I could do is be the light outside in the light. Yeah, that's all I could do. And people can see the improvements in my life, my health. You could share your story. People can see the improvements in yourself, how you are manifesting instantaneously. That's what we're doing. This is quantum manifestation. We're actually altering an entire timeline. And that's why we're all sealed in the forehead with 144,000. And you better believe it, Light Warriors. We're activating our superpowers, and we will bring forth the victory of the light. Remember, we cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious that you can activate your superpowers, dear ones. Use this to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism. Life is so much better when we're all together. Synchronize yourself. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that could benefit from it, please share this message. Dear ones, I am Michael. We are the 144,000 warriors of the rainbow. It is time to take back control of our everyday lives. This is the greatest moment. It's a time period. It's a war, a spiritual war. You want your freedom. You want your sovereignty. You want your independence. Remember, as Tesla said, everything is the light. And this is what you need to activate who you truthfully are. Remember this right now. You could utilize anything. You could even utilize the stones, dear ones, yeah. You could utilize the stones. Oh, just like Thanos, yeah. You could utilize the stones. Everything is around you. It comes from nature, and utilize it. You are nature. You are organic. And that's what it is right now. It's the artificial versus the organic. This is Christ defeating Satan once and for all. Share this message. Leave your comments. Do you feel your superpowers activating right now? Are you grounding yourself in nature? Are you going to make the conscious decision to come out in nature and utilize these things? God gave us everything we need. Everything is here. All you need to do is expand your consciousness. I am the defender of our everyday lives. Victory of the light. Keep sharing this. Become part of our community. We all share together on Patreon. Let's take part in this all together. This is the new school. This is the new classroom. Not the old classroom. No. They're failing by the minute. Just like that laptop. Eventually the battery runs out. Oh, that black hole system. Your battery's running out, kid. We will transmute everything with 144,000. We're the warriors of the rainbow of the Hopi prophecy. And we all have superhero powers. When the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people will come onto the earth from many colors, classes, creeds, and whom by their actions and deeds will make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. I am the defender of our everyday lives. Victory of the light.